And now 3, 2, 1, go. I can't remember if I last played on Saturday or Sunday. Either way, it feels like it's been a while. And we'll be taking the Cliffs orange falling peach section coin rather than the than the bullet pattern with the golden sword, just because I'm not good at that fight. The two aqua bullet patterns, even though they divide the knives among themselves, it's still scary for me. I did lose run 1 to it pretty early on and almost lost a second run consecutively to it, so I'm like, we're just not going to do this. I've never been hit by the falling peaches, so we'll just get that one even though it's slower. Turns out moving horizontal with that move a bit really works well. I had to come up with something after having like 2 fails at the first Floradinn. It's like getting hit to the first Goomba in 1-1. It just doesn't feel good. It's kind of like the same movement idea behind like the club's attack in Jebel, where you can just kind of slowly inch your way up. It's the same philosophy, just moving from like left to right or right to left, however you want to do it.
Here I come, San Francisco!
What happened to the audio? What was that? Why is these... It just completely desynced. That's weird. It's back to normal now. I haven't had that happen ever. I don't know what that was. At first I was worried that my computer was about to blue screen when I heard that happen. I know Windows rolled out some kind of an update to where I had to restart this computer. It was getting to the point that anytime I was trying to play the practice mod, like, it was freezing in the middle of fights. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll have to update my computer. It's literally locking me out of playing the game now or even practicing. So I guess this stream is going to be my test subject for it. Alright, my favorite fight of Chapter 5. It's fine as long as the rabbits don't show up. The moment they do, though, it's a completely different fight.
They're eating my flesh.
Alright. Gonna make our way over to Aqua 1 now. Not like there's really an Aqua 2 unless you count Netskie. Unless you count Aqua plus Seth. Master Stick, hope you're doing well. First run of the day. Damn, what part? How is that a damn? Yeah, I hope it goes well myself. That's not what you do for attack 1. You do like precise dodges, like diagonals. Yeah, from me, I have a simple philosophy. The less movement I need to do, the better. The more movement I need to do, the more likely I am to do the movement wrong. Just because of my age, my reaction time, all of these other factors. So if there's a way for me to do a move that doesn't involve me having to move very dramatically, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't be dramatically weaving in and out of quarters and things like that. That's just not my style. I like to watch and observe versus just like always be moving. I have tried it. I tried it and it does help in certain situations, but in others it kind of trips me up. I do think it is recommended. It is just not something I'm very good at using. Yeah, because the problem with me is that the issue here is that it's not that I don't think I'm going to be confident in getting between the knives. What I'm worried about is getting pushed to a corner and needing to quickly move out of that corner before a pinwheel spawns on top of me, and I don't want to worry about whether I'm holding X or not at that point. I need to already be moving. I need to have as much of a head start to get out of there as I can. Yeah, I saw you post in PB. Congrats on that. See, that was my embarrassing hang up for a while. Is because like casually when I was practicing Flowery, I never I never would be hit on orange green 2. And I had like 2 runs on 2 separate days. Stream 5 made it to Flowey, got hit to orange and green 2. On day 6 made it to orange and green 2. A little bit further, actually heard the Juck hitting that time. And then the next time I made it on stream 7 was the one where I got it. We're not getting the pink coin on the left side, by the way. We are saying goodbye to that one forever. Too hard for me to get. It's you know, my grind for it was forced to be healthy and humble. You know, I can't do like these 6 to 8 hour marathons that some people can do. I just do not have the schedule for that, and I just do not have the energy. So, I was forced, but I feel like I wish it wasn't as spaced out. I feel like I don't know if I would have gotten it even faster or not if I, you know, wasn't having my attempts so spaced out. I suppose in the end it doesn't really matter. I got it in 26 or 27 attempts for any percent, which I think is fairly good considering like how spaced out my grind was. Oh no, yeah. I mean that's always rough. I've had some input fails, particularly on pink. I've lost a couple of practice pink finals just because I would press buttons and then the next directional key and it would eat the first input and I'd press up and go right into the die. And that was awful. And I don't even know like what's a good number. I don't even think there's like necessarily a bad number. There's so many things that can go wrong in chapter 5. Like I thought, I mean maybe it's my hubris speaking, but I didn't think all bosses, all recruits was going to be that terrible considering my consistency with pink and flowery. But as it turns out, my consistency with regular encounters in this game is really bad. It's unfathomably bad. I mean every encounter from Floradinn, Netskie, Leafling, Triple She, I've gotten hit to them all. Some of them more than once. Floradinn and Netskie, I think, have claimed 2 of my runs. But anyway, I'm trying not to get too hungry for it, because the hungrier I get towards doing it, the less likely I'm gonna get it. Yeah, and I think any percent is fine. I'll be honest, I know Chapter 5, all bosses is also mythic. Excuse me, all bosses is champion, not mythic. I think it's a higher mythic. I think when you do all bosses, all recruits, and include the encounters you're otherwise forced to skip, it jumps tiers then. I don't think it quite jumps tiers until you do all recruits, on top of everything else. You know, I hope I can get, I'm glad I have a run that is going to cliffs at all. That was really rare in my last stream. How many runs do you think you did today? At least, it sounds like at least 6 minimum. Oh man, early game consistency right now is a huge problem for me, ever since I've done all bosses, all recruits. Because Shiri is pretty free. Once you add it, you know, so I could get to Aqua and easily try again, but less so here. Oh, 12 today. Oh, that's quite a... Okay. So you're at it for a while then. Let me go through. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you also had the practice in the middle of, with that as well. But we have some desynced patterns here. I've never had one like this before. There we go. That's definitely the longest I've been on that section before. But it's for a good cause. Yeah, I will test. Like, I'll derust pink. I'll derust flowery, just because I'm worried about overpressing or underpressing for pre-final. So I have to do that because it's less reaction time for me and more knowing how forceful I need to press a key. If that makes any sense. It may not make any sense. Okay, let's fight you. I just do the fight. I just go through the fight from start to finish. Then I have a state that is right before the right before pre-final, because that's the part I'm really worried about. Based. It's my favorite pattern, although we didn't get the TP we needed. Can you do it again? No. Okay, that's fine though. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Minus, you know, Seth Aqua 1, Aqua. The big problem here, I mean, sometimes you can get some bad patterns with Seth Orange Aqua. My big concern more than anything else is the encounters I have to take. Taking a longer leafling fight, taking a fight with Floradinn and netskie at all. That's good. I'm not consistent on those. I'm consistent on a lot of the later stuff, just that the earlier stuff is the problem. Out of the way. I'm not good at that. Thankfully, I don't have to use it. It may happen, it may not. You just kind of never know what's going to... The thing is, I have in my head when I'm going to lose to, and then I'll lose to, like, weird stuff. Like, orange-green, attack 2 was definitely not on the bingo card, the first two fails I had to it, and the only fails I had to Flowery were to that. So 4 is correct. That's how many we should have. That's not a bad sequence to practice, in all honesty. Hello there. I almost went down a little bit too early on the last set. I have to be a little bit more patient there. Remember to do full jumps. And I will catch up with chat here. Thank you, Gon. I appreciate it. First run so far of the day. Up, over. Yep, didn't do that right. Try that again. It's fine, I can make it up there. I hope he's not suffering. Now, my last stream, I was suffering. I got hit to literally everything there was to get hit by. Floradinn, netskie. What is that wall of non-turning knives? I mean, do I follow the path here? I guess so. My favorite. Just, if I'm going to get hit, let it not be by the first pinwheel. Like, let me at least get deep into the move, please. Well, that was not anywhere near where I needed to hit that. I hope that won't be a problem. My crits were not good here. I will check the chat out. I'm only 29%. I don't think that's good. Okay. Yes! I'm just glad we're going to castle. That was a rarity my last stream. I felt like I was living in Garden. It's like I'm going to no-hit Super Mario Brothers 1 and then you like die to the first Goomba and I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, I'm learning that, especially since my crits are not the cleanest, which is part of the reason I'm wanting to try to go for the 13 pink coins. Is just for that. It's just like the less likely I am to see a Terracotta attack 2, the less likely I am to lose the Terracotta attack 2. It's not a terrible move because it's actually like a balanced rules plane fight. It's like if you know rules is gonna drop the parachutes at fixed intervals, not randomly, then the fight would be so much better. Oh, is my stream dead? Okay, I think I should be back. Automod. One of these days you'll be able to do your job correctly. Okay, I think I'm back now. Okay. Yes, Automod. I don't think Automod ever left. All right, there we go. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it wasn't the internet. But no, the important thing is that I did make the recording. So even if the internet does get really, really messed up, and this is the run, I should still have VOD. Now I learned from last time. I'm double checking, triple checking to make sure I'm recording.
Get a chance.
I am gonna start with the right side because that is still the side that I think I'm the most nervous about. I looked at that and I was wondering that. I'm like, if it's consistent like the cycles you'd have going to the pink area, that's actually an incredible strat. But I wonder like how strict is the movement the rest of the room? Like, do you have to like do all of the other movement in the entire room that quickly too, or just that? Because I've not had an opportunity to test it. But ever since I saw that, I'm like, is this unintentional cooking? Yeah, I mean, because that is, that is where that's quality over quantity knife. Like everything else, it's like having 20 billion knives. That one section is like, it just needs one. We'll push that one later. I hate how sometimes you do have to double Z some of these doors to make sure they open. It can be stressful. I haven't been hit yet, but I'm always afraid it's going to happen. I'm not brave enough to jump over 2. I know I can, I'm just too scared to do it. The interact, yes, that's true. And I have seen that, although I haven't done castle climbs in a while using the practice mod. Is which strat beneficial for all pink coins, Master Stick? If you're talking about the part like holding left out near outside the pink room, then yes, that is something you only have to worry about in all bosses. Yeah, it's lenient. It's just like sometimes I have a tendency to panic when I shouldn't panic. That is what I want.
I'm falling.
Showing all. Yes, I've seen that one, and it's helped me tremendously with some of the areas too. Yeah, the cycle, I've noticed anytime I go for that room, the cycle desyncs, because normally in any percent you can just keep hopping without stopping and you won't get hit by the glove. But if you detour to go for that coin, it can be helpful to root buster or get rid of some of the fists in the way, just because it can really kind of throw you off. It throws me off. It may not throw anyone else off, but I'm like, I'm not used to having to stop ever, and now that I'm having to stop to grab the easy coin, it's noticeable. Yeah, I'll have to double check what you did specifically in that area. I just know that I just have to take a little bit extra time and be a little bit more patient, and then it works out. Yeah, I mean, I can, but, like, you don't know where the fists are going to come from. You don't know if they've already spawned, you don't know if they've despawned. You might fall on a fist and take 1 damage of shame. I think it's risky. This is not what I wanted. I did not want to see 2 of you. Hold on a minute. Let's try this again. Yeah, you know, you just have to be careful with your movement is the bottom line. Which I'm hoping I do here. Oh, that was way too close of a graze. Oh my god. The knife decided to go at a stranger angle than I thought.
I'm falling!
I'm always worried about the Great Wall of China, orange Omega Fist patterns. But we'll see. If we can make it past this section first. Yes! I also remember the RNG I've had on my attack. It's odd. You know, I've had some really scary weaves. I've had like 5 I've had to weave between before on like the first attack, and I'm like, nothing about that was comfortable. But at the same time, I want them to be clustered. I like it when they're clustered in one spot that allows me to go to an open spot later. Just not clustered where I am. If they can be clustered somewhere else, it's better. I feel like every one of these are hitting the glasses. It's kind of scary. Need to do that, but that's fine. I wasn't in a spot, I wasn't thinking about mood bustering it, I should have. Actually, thankfully the pattern is pretty nice here. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm always scared about getting that kind of RNG in runs. With the fists. Thank you for the GGs. I don't use any sticky keys. Sometimes I will hold a key for an extremely long period of time, like I'll hold C forever and just never let go. That's 10 right now. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like it's lenient, and other times I feel like it's not with its timing. Thank you. Let me not lose the run like I did on my second attempt, which was to get Great Wall of China by Green's Fire and not holding left against the wall. Didn't even get to see Orange Omega with that one. I panicked and didn't think to hold left because it was the attack before you normally hold left. I don't know. I feel like it's only a matter of time. I mean, I feel like if somebody can account for the falling one properly, because you can get in a rhythm going in a circle, it's just the last one. It's just the one falling fire that makes it all go like, I don't want to do this. If it wasn't for that, I might have considered practicing it, but it's just like, I'm sure someone's gonna figure it out, but I'm not that someone. Okay, I was worried that the other two were gonna fall, but they didn't. Okay. Well, we're going to Omega. I mean, like, I feel like if I ever get to a point where I put, like, Chapter 5 to rest, all bosses, all recruits, yeah, I'll practice Green Omega, why not? You know, just to see if I can ever actually learn it. My guess is no. It's a little too much for me. Let's go, I don't have to do an extra attack. We just go straight to Omega. Really good pattern. That was so open and spacious. At first at the beginning I'm like, I can make it in between those. Yeah, GG. We get to go to the left. Yeah, I think the only thing that was scary though was like day 1 of streaming with any percent, I had a 7 hit. Day 2 I had a 4 hit, and then I jumped to a 1 hit. And then I'm like, well, this is the part where it's harder to have mini victories because once you get a 1 hit, you either get it or you don't, and you don't know how long it's going to take to get it. You just know that eventually you will. And so it was one of those things. Thankfully, I didn't have to wait too long, but it was like one of those moments where I'm like, I hope this doesn't take overly long because there's no smaller things you could do. You could do like little PBs, like you can make your 1 hit further distance than the last one, but you really have no other ground you can really improve on other than getting it. Yes, I know. Like it's like Sumas and you, that is like it's such a wall. Like it really is. Like 3, 4, and 5 are just monster chapters. 1 and 2 aren't the problem. It's 3, 4, and 5. There's so many problem areas in those chapters. It's unbelievable. I had to think for a minute. I don't know why, I just did. I was worried about the chance of it having the swarm, but is that always tied to attack 2 rather than attack 1? Yeah, our act. I was thinking in my head, I was hesitating, like, do I use a tension item here? Is there a chance that they might do the swarm? But I think that's only attack 2 they do that, right? Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, that is a huge time commitment. 1 and 2 for me was a huge time commitment. I can't imagine 1 through 5. I would literally have to do it on a single weekend and really just commit to doing that. And it's tough because a lot of times if you do a run, you just don't have time to do another one. That's really rough. It's you basically have 1 shot to do it that day, and if you don't get it, you have to move on and come back to it whenever you can. I know I can go between that pretty easily, but I'm extra cautious today. Okay, so we don't need to take the She Kaka fight since we took the single She. So I can walk around it. We're gonna come back to get the parkour ping coin until after we do the laser because it is going to change. It's going to change it from an up arrow to a circle, and I don't want to deal with that. The hockey stick because the duration of the Santa laughs is super random. Yeah, does it matter if you exhaust all the dialogue or not? Because I know that whenever I randomly did Chapter 4 again, I waited out all the dialogue and Chris didn't seem to attack. But maybe it was because Chris attacked so many times, they just took mercy on me. I don't know. I don't really know the rules of that section very well. Yeah, that's a rule that's been clarified as far as what overworld hits count. And that's one of them. That's fine. Shouldn't have put myself in the corner. That was a bad choice, but we'll get out. You need to give yourself room to run. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to commit to that. Yes, you have to. I guess. I mean, if it gets to the point where you have to memorize certain dialogue, like that's too much. That's too much. Oh, we need to get the key. You know, this is the second time I almost forgot to get the key. And by second time, the first time I literally made it all the way back, and I'm like, there's no yellow here. Can't be a criminal if he doesn't see me. I think my least favorite is still Orange. I think Orange was really, really funny when she was behind the curtains the entire time, like the dialogue and things she'd have and her gimmick when she was a hidden character. But once she was revealed, she was not funny. She wasn't really interesting as a character and was very one-dimensional. But, you know, up until the reveal, she was pretty good. Yeah, as a rat is annoying, but as a silhouette was perfect, at least to me. Oh wow. Yeah, should be good. Oh, we never got the ribbon. We need to go back. I was like, why am I standing still? And then I remembered we need to get the blue string. Then we'll get the shred. Won't take the she fight. We already took the she fight. Yeah, I know that rubbed some people the wrong way, dealing with yellow. I always thought, I still find yellow to be endearing. I wasn't necessarily as bothered or tired as some other people were. Yeah, so I'll come back for the top right section after we deal with this laser. I'm not good with the C strats, so we'll just be slow and careful. And let's just, let's just do this now. We know we're gonna do it eventually. In case things go south. Yeah, I know, but I also think this is not the time for me to test it. I am definitely curious, but I wonder how much of it is like having the proper timing on the hat section. Do you have to speed up super fast jumping through the hats to make the right cycle? I feel like it's not as simple as just holding left as you get up here. I think you have to like get through the entire hat section, then hold left, and you have to do it at like a certain speed. And there's no way you're doing that in a run. As cool as it would be. They're actually synced pretty well. Yeah, Seth's pretty underrated. I mean, Seth also has a lot of development, which I think helps. Thank you for the GGs. Okay. And we don't have the 2 bitter tiers, because we did the revivement, so no need to be scared about the Gold Widow or anything relating to that. Chris isn't really talked about. Chris has talked about a lot. What are you talking about? I think. Well, I mean, yeah, their motivations are definitely hidden, but they're I think they're playing multiple sides of the field. That's for sure. You don't see it. You should replay the game. I don't know what to say about that, Master Stick. I think you should definitely replay the game if you haven't seen it. I mean, it's there. I promise you, it's there. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Chapter 2 introduced so much of that depth. I just didn't really know what to think when Chapter 1 came out. I wasn't really... I'm like, I don't know if I care about any of these characters yet. Chris, Burdley, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Noelle. I mean, there's no reason to care about Noelle yet. And then 2 came around and I'm like, wow, these are actually really good and interesting characters. So we'll get 12, and then our 13th is going to be the pink room coin. Hold on, because we'll get the shuriken section. Alright. No early pops on the flowers, please. Just don't do that. That always throws me off if they do it. I don't want an attack floor early pop if we can help it. You know what? I might skip this and just do. I might just push the 5th statue. I might just push the. I don't think I'll fail there, but I think we should be fine. Yeah, Frisk is a very pain character. Thank you for the good luck. We don't really get a whole lot of information about, you know, Frisk's wants, needs, personality. Alright, just calm down. Yeah, it was tricky. I just kind of had to watch it carefully. Alright. Okay. Going back to Castle Top. Surely we can get past Pink Attack 1. Hopefully we can get past Triple She again. Yeah, the lodestones help you with skipping another attack. Like, you can also do what I do in attack number 2, but it's not really advisable. You can kind of graze the top of the figurine heads as they're going by, but one of the things you have to be careful is not move down too much, because you get pushed down by blue tap dancing on the top, even if you're not on the top. Like, your position just moves down the y-axis. So bottom line is probably don't do what I do. I'm used to it, so yeah, it's super risky, as Gon said. I wouldn't recommend it. You have more than enough TP with the lodestones, like, not do it. You shouldn't really need to do it ever. Yeah, the thing is, I see some people, like, go up in the left corner and wait for 2 cycles. I find that sometimes makes it more awkward. I like doing it exactly 1 cycle and then moving and just kind of keep going in a circle. Either way, the strat is to keep going in a circle. Power band. Power band, spike band. And then you have Gold Widow, Frayed Bowtie. Oh man, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, but I don't advise staying in the center. I really don't, because you have to deal with the pops and you have to deal with that giant bullet. And sometimes the giant bullet can just make its way there and just make your life miserable. I feel, and so if you can just keep baiting it to the sides, that's like ideal for the move. But if you have a strat that works for you and keeps working for you, I have no reason to tell you to stop using the strat. It's just that in my head it sounds super dangerous, but if you found a way to make it work, good. Even without armor, okay. I've also, whenever I've done the Rude Buster on Shi, I never did hit the Z button. I wasn't sure if I was going to over damage it, so I always just never press C. And it seems to be fine. I keep doing like 485 damage or so. Okay. So we have one other thing we need to do. Oh no, Seth doesn't want to hang out with me. All recruits is ruined, guys. I'm sorry, we gotta go home. Gotta call it. It has 515 HP. Yeah, so maybe Rude Buster is risky there. Because, like, hitting Z would do, like, an extra 30 damage, right? Potentially. Okay. We have everything we need, pink coin-wise. We just need to not die to pink. I'm nowhere near it. I'm like, this is taking a long time. When is this thing gonna grow? Yeah, yes, I know it has something to do with the fighting strats. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. I mean, I think the Birdly Feather more than makes up for it, but what do I know? I think I think that's grounds for hanging out with me. What do I know? Yeah, my last PB, I completely blanked out on attack 1 and thought it was an up, then a down, but it was 2 ups followed by 2 downs with the cat heads with attack 1. Which I don't even know how I forgot. I've had practiced that fight enough to where I pretty much know the direction to move, and yet I forgot. I'm assuming it was just nerves. Because it was the first time I made it there in a run.
Get a chance.
Gets me every time, because even though I should know to expect it, I keep forgetting it's gonna say it. I had to make sure. I haven't practiced Triple Shi in a while, so I hope... Since whenever I last played, so I'm hoping we're still good. I just know to hold X. And you can go pretty deep into the hat. Yeah, it is more lenient than it looks. Still, it did claim my first run to Castle Top, so I still have to be deferential to it. I still have to worry about it a little bit. Yeah, I'm glad that that is a thing you can do to not have to deal with that at all. I mean, you could still go between the two of them if you want, when there's only two left. I mean, it's up to you, whatever floats your boat, but yeah, I'd prefer to stay on top. Nailed the landing. Alright, okay. Okay, thank God. Then intimidate. Spare. Not attack, no fights, don't ruin the whole run. Oh, not intimidate, act scared, I meant. I forgot the name of the single one. We don't want to take Aqua plus the Scythe Explosion, please. I have no hit it, I just don't think it's consistent. I mean, I haven't seen too many of Aurora's runs, sadly, just because Aurora has tended to stream during times that have been inopportune. I did see yesterday's. But yeah, the thing with me is, if something clicks, it will super click. But if something doesn't, it will, I really am at a loss with the move and how to dodge it. So I can take solace in the fact that I can learn certain things, even if it may take me a while, but it just, if I don't know how to do it, I don't know how to do it. That's why Flowey took me so long. Like, I know it takes everybody long, but it, like, me especially. Yeah, I'm gonna need to have training goals for this, sorry. I'm gonna trade in my aura, hopefully get it back later. So I'll have to go ahead and make sure I re-equip my characters once we get to the bottom section. With pink, assuming I don't do anything bad on the descent. I want a single twin ribbon on and 4 lodestones, and that should be fine. Oh, you did! Very good. Have to double check that. Okay. Oh, that's right. We're not. I literally said when we get down there, I'm like, why don't I do it now? Oh, it's because we're in this mode. That's why not. Okay. Wait a little bit longer before jumping. Lesson learned. Let's not ever do that again. That was the scariest thing. got all 13. Let's get everybody equipped. Twin ribbon. Don't really care what item number 2 is. Lodestone, 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 lodestone. Oh, right. We need the key. We need the lovely key. I blame me not getting back to pink in stream number 3 for me forgetting. Okay, so top of castle, pink door. Yeah, I mean, that was insane. You went from a 6 hit to a 0 hit. And I'm like, you can't, I remember saying in your stream, you can't really do any, you can't really get any better than that. Either that or I commented on your video, I don't remember, but I said something to that effect. Yeah, but I mean, that was awesome. I don't know, I think I should throw the run to ask for meaner bombs. I don't know what you guys think. Thank you. Yes, I'll need it. I mean, can I make it past attack 1? If I make it past attack 1, it's the furthest we've gone. Okay, gotta lock in. New PB! It is interesting, I agree. I want to slowly press because sometimes it's eaten my inputs. That's the only reason I'm being deliberate here. And I've tried pressing 4 times or 3 times and it's only registered 2, so I have to be slow. Revive mints. No, thank you. Don't want to deal with any of that. At the start, yes. At the very start, but if you stall at the beginning, it does not advance the timer. Eventually, the game will be like you've taken long enough, and the electricity will come to the boundary, and it will it'll hit you. But you can turn around to start with first, but at the moment you move down, it starts the move. All right. lot of this is going to come down to what happens next. I'm not terrified of the rotating box attack anymore, but it's the rotating box attack and anything can happen. I still worry about it, but I'm not terrified like I used to be. Ever since everyone told me about the holding the direction button, it's helped so much. Let's go! I have to just not do something stupid during big bombs in the next one. How's my grazing going to get? I don't know if I can go for 14 hearts. That's a little scary, so I'll have to Lovely Boy rather than defend here. I just have to hope I get enough TP, which I think I should. Okay, we should be good. Just raise that. Giga Flirt. I'll re-chat in a moment. I'm still... I hope there's a couple extra sections that I'm a little worried about. I haven't practiced the castle top in a bit. As far as that fight. But this is definitely good that I made it this far. Alright. No hit pink. Now we can go ahead and get the blue shoes. I think it was so for Terracotta, it was attack, defend with Ralsei. Then it was defend with Chris, Rude Buster Susie with the devil's axe. Devil's knife, excuse me. And then I can pacify that, and then you skip turn 2. Blue shoes make pacify cost 0. And they also have the rare side effect of actually making Devil's Knife do something in chapter 5. Who would have thought? Yeah. So blue shoes. Let me just double... Oh, I don't have the flowery dollars! Oh, I do. Wait, I do. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Yeah, pacify will cost 0. Okay. So blue shoes. Devil's Knife. Everyone needs to get their other equipment back, so that means you need Power Band. You have the Princess Ribbon. You need Power Band, Spike Band. You need... I guess it doesn't matter what you need. Yeah, I don't think what you need is gonna matter for the rest of the game. You can keep the lodestones, that's fine. Yeah, because Chris has to attack Terracotta. And the damage is strict. And so I've tested it in the practice mod. It is pretty strict. You need the right equipment. You need the right stuff. Like if I didn't have Black Shard, it wouldn't work. Like it's that strict with its requirements. All right, so Dordle, Castle Foyer. Yeah, that's true. All right, let me just double check the cafe. It should be everybody but Terracotta. Yeah. Just double checking my menu one last time because I, for some reason, don't trust myself. So attack, attack, defend. Then dodge the tree. And then defend. Root Buster for 40. Okay. Defend. Root Buster. Pacify. Great! All recruits. I know, right? It's also disrespectful to give me only one knife when she's had 1,000,000. I should just have 20 billion knives. That's how you can hit all the crits, is that if you throw 20 billion knives, statistically your crit chance is going to be higher. Alright, let's do it. Just gotta try not to psych myself out. I was like, "Where's Ralsei? Where'd he go?" Oh, it's because of the auto help. The game gets confused because they're programmed to auto help you, and so Ralsei got stuck as a platform. If once I make it past this encounter here, I'd like one. Let's hope I can make it past. I think we're ready for the ping, Gon. Thank you so much for offering. I am in the zone. Part of me wonders if I should take a break, but I am afraid to. I am terrified to at this particular point. I don't think... Yeah, my equipment loadout shouldn't matter. We have 3 tension gems and a tension bit. That's plenty. We should be fine. Thank you for the good luck, everybody.
Yep. 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 Yep.
I'm gonna have to lock in again. Okay, my heart is beating like a million miles an hour. I wish it wouldn't do that.
Just kidding. Orange. And one more for the bank.
Yes! Yes!
With your powers combined. Omega Flowery. Blast. Jerona. 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 Jerona.
All right. All I needed was just one good run to pink. All I needed was just one. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you for the GGs, everyone. Oh my goodness. My first champion. I can't, you know, I was so terrified. Oh man, my heart was just beating so fast. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. While I'm on the subject, while I'm streaming and have all of you captive here, let me make a strong recommendation for people that are like new to challenge running or haven't been doing so already. Stream your runs. I know it's the most scary thing in the world to put your fails and things out there, but you're going to learn so much stuff about the chapter or the game that you're playing that you wouldn't know if you weren't streaming. Like, I didn't know about netskie skip. I wouldn't have known about the faster strats with stabbing. I wouldn't have known about the strategy to be able to do the parasol jump, or a lot of these other things had I not seen other people do it, or had other people not advised me. So if you're really, really wanting to learn the chapters and really, really wanting to learn how to route things properly, I'm going to make a strong recommendation. Put your gameplay out there. We truly and sincerely want to help. Other than that, I don't really know if I have much else to say. I want to thank everybody that's helped me with the routing for this. People that have advised, you know, Gon, you've been very instrumental. Vic, you've been very instrumental. Both of your runs were extremely helpful and foundational for helping me learn this. Oh my god, I 15 tries. You know, I mean, I will tell you this, like, day 3, I had 2 Floradinn fails and 2 netskie fails. Like, it did not look like I was ever going to get out of Garden, and then this run came out of nowhere. It's just like, I felt confident with pink, and I felt confident with flowery. The thing is, it doesn't matter if you don't get a run there, but I finally got one. All I needed was that one shot. Now, once we get to the end credits, I'll verify that Streamlabs is still recording. It should be, because it was earlier. But I don't want to minimize, I don't want to risk doing anything that's going to mess with the stream, so. Oh, thank you so much, Master Stick. I appreciate you sticking by. Am I still, has anyone else gotten all bosses, all recruits, since you and Vic gone? I don't know whether to, you know, I am third or some other to have gotten it. But it's crazy how much all recruits adds on top of how scary all bosses is. Just because a lot of my fear was the regular fights that I didn't have to worry about, that I skipped. And then this run made me have to face all of them. Netskie Rabbik is terrible. I can defend any other of the faker bullets, but the Rabbik ones are just bad. Like, the Rabbik attack in general is bad. But I do appreciate the company of everybody that came to the flowery finale. Well, I said I might look into the green Omega if I ever got this behind me. That was literally, you could look back at my stream, I said that. So I guess I gotta do that now. I guess I have to learn that. See if it is something I could even learn. I'm liking it great, Skyhawk, especially since I met my goal for the no-hit. Chapter 5 is a really good chapter, casually. It doesn't scratch all the lore itches, but it definitely has a heartfelt, like, story it's telling with its new characters it adds, and the gameplay is very, very good. But I think Chapter 2 is still the best for me. It's the most well-rounded chapter. Not just for gameplay, but story and everything else. The fact that it has fleshed out routes, the fact that it has, like, the fleshed out story that makes you care about characters that in Deltarune Chapter 1 you couldn't care less about. That's a huge feat that I don't think any chapter since 2 has come close to doing. Even though I think the gameplay in this chapter is really, really fun. Really, really fun. It's tough to do no hits of this though, because part of me feels like until the run gets to Castle, it hasn't really truly started yet. Until you get past the Aqua one and Seth and Aqua one and actually make your way inside Castle and start going down the wings, then it actually feels like you're actually starting the run officially. That's not to say the earlier sections are bad, they're not. It's just you don't feel like you're actually doing the run yet. Man, I really do appreciate the company. I need to learn how to optimize streaming on Discord so I can also try to stream there too. Because I felt bad, like 2 people were streaming there and I'm streaming here. It's not like I'm trying to choose this over Discord, it's that I need more experience actually using Discord streaming. I've never really tried it very well, and the times I have, I've run into audio issues and all sorts of headaches. But I'll look into it, I'll learn if I ever try to do anything else. I want to try to include, like, stream to the server if I can. Thank you for the hydrate. Nothing like, your heart beating at 1,000,000 miles an hour to make you really, really thirsty when it's all over. Alright, the moment of truth. I need to look at Streamlabs desktop. I need to make sure it didn't kick off my recording. If it did, it will be evident in my face, and we'll have to figure that out. Because I hit record while I was streaming. I don't know if whenever we ran into that internet hiccup, whether it kicked off the auto stream, we'll take a look here, since we're in the end credits right now. Yes, it's recording. Yes! I'm always terrified. Okay, so the whole run's there. That's fantastic. Because I think there was a moment where my stream actually went dead here, so the whole run is there. So I'll upload it at some point. Yeah, there's always that fear. Like, you could do everything right, and then something will just rob you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll try to get it uploaded as quickly as I can. I'll have to have, like, some kind of provisional thumbnail or something. But yeah, Bear Kitty, I appreciate your company and presence as well. I really do. You were in the run super early, too. All right, to be continued in Chapter 6, and I look forward to playing that one when that comes out. Let's go ahead and hit the stop recording button.